full year.
And that lets you save.
Who cares?
True Form Life.
Green lookum.
Welcome to our 50th show of Exploring Mind and Body. Who knew? It took a while for us to get going. I actually remember wondering if it was going to happen at all. And look at us now. So for the 50th time on air, I'm your host, True Form's Drew Tadia, fitness expert. Today we have a different kind of subject in acceptance, and then I'm going to have a more inspirational segment called Live It, Be That. All that and so much more coming up on...
This is Exploring Mind and Body with True Form's Drew Tadia, fitness expert on 96.5 CKFM.
This is going to be a much different point of view than you used to. Maybe one you haven't heard before. Regardless, here we go. I've been around some people before that have struggled with weight loss or health or exercise or better decision making for as long as I've known them. I honestly don't know how we make decisions. Anthony Robbins would say, we choose whatever we correlate the least pain to. Whatever happened previously in our lives is what we'll remember and relate back to. Although if we don't let it, our past does not equal our future. If I knew how or why people made their decisions, it would be much easier to help them make healthier decisions. But I haven't figured that out yet. Everyone is motivated by different things. Everyone has a different drive, and each person is a unique individual. Although some specialists would say each one of us are in a motivation category of only a few. I'd imagine most people don't exactly know what drives them. They don't know what motivates them, inspires, or encourages them. If the majority of people did, we wouldn't have so many people confused about where they should be in life. If you ask me, our purpose is to pursue what makes us happy. I'm sure we could all agree that in this life, we're here for a short time. We're so busy trying to figure out why we're here, what we're supposed to do. We forget to enjoy the little things. We don't realize what the big things are, and we push aside our accomplishments for something we're not even sure about. Wouldn't this world be a happier place if we all lived inspired? If we all lived our dreams instead of doing what we think we're supposed to be doing? Trying to live up to our parents' expectations instead of our own? Starting a family before we even know what that entails? Finding a career job without even knowing what we want in life? All for the very misleading word, security. I'm sure on a different plane we're very secure, happy individuals, which is most likely why we're here, to remember who we are. If you sit back and look, it seems like we're all a bunch of upset, confused, lost individuals trying to find our way in the dark. What if we focused on one thing? That's it. Just one. What if we let ourselves gravitate to what makes us feel good? What truly makes us happy? I'm not talking about a new car. How long will that last after you show all your friends? I'm not talking about a stack of cash. Cash only equals toys. Or the deception of security that I mentioned earlier. I'm talking about things that make you happy internally. Things that you can't show off to your friends. Things you can't ride in or live in. What I'm really talking about is what will give you satisfaction if no one is around. How about being a real person? How about giving to those in need? How about donating to a child that only wants an education and a job so they don't have to worry about starvation? How about enjoying the peace of your own company and finding satisfaction in being or silence? This started out as a health segment and moved towards lifestyle, which is fine by me. But I'd like to finish on the health side to get my point across. So many of us work so hard, or pretend to live healthier. It's a constant, miserable struggle that seems unending at times. I'm going to throw out here something outrageous. What if we just accept? Now, I'm not talking to everyone, and being heavily involved in the health field, I wouldn't recommend this to everyone, or very often for that matter. This comes up because of what I see in certain people, the pain in their eyes, the disappointment in themselves they experience, and the constant battle lowers their quality of life instead of raising it. Why not accept? Why not accept who we are? If we're overweight, then we're overweight. If we enjoy a bag of chips and a soda, then enjoy a bag of chips and soda. Live your life. Let go of the guilt and pain of what your perception of what everyone else thinks of you. Be big and be proud if that's what you are. If you choose to be an unhealthy smoker, then choose to be an unhealthy smoker. Don't sit on the fence, hate yourself, and wish you could change. We're here for a far too short a time to live in guilt, to live in fear. We need to make clear decisions and stand by them. Don't waver, don't stumble. Believe in what you believe in and live by it. Once again, this isn't the advice I'd like to give. This isn't what I'd recommend people to do. I'd recommend making a clear decision for higher quality. But at the same time, those people that live in guilt and constant struggle need an outlet too. What if it's to live on fatty foods, prescription drugs, or conventional drugs like tobacco for one? Then why not do it full tilt? Why not do your best to be happy, unhealthy, if that's possible? Why not enjoy every puff, every pill pop until it's all over? Many people complain because of their health or because of how this or that functions. These are all a result of our choices early in age. I'd like to sit across from someone that knows exactly what they're doing and not complain about it. Just be happy with it. Better yet, when someone is old and worn down because of the decisions they've made with their body, to live in complete acceptance because this is how they are due to the choices they've made. Many times these people are victims in this world. Nothing is their fault and everything is done to them instead of taking the responsibility for their actions. This all has to do with acceptance. We choose our destiny. We choose our health. We make choices every day that will affect how we live tomorrow. Whatever our choices may be, whether we feel it's good or bad, healthy or not. Let go of the guilt. Stand by your decision. And above all else, live free.
Trueform Life.
Live it. Be that. I find inspiration in these words. Of course, they're just words, but words hold a lot of weight. Not always to those who talk and say nothing, or to those that can't seem to find truth in what they have to say, but nonetheless, words have a powerful meaning. I like these words because they give me inspiration to achieve and go after whatever it is I'm interested in. Live it. Be that. Means just that. It can work for anything you want to accomplish. If you're a business person, that's who you are. You are that. You live that. Business takes priority. Business is number one in your life. You live it. You be it. If you're an athlete, you don't want to be an athlete. You don't try to be an athlete. That's who you are, and that's what you do. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to plan it. You just have to be it. Let's take a white-collared employee who works in a skyrise, for example. They wake up in the morning, likely shave their face to remain clean-cut. They shower, put on their suit, possibly load their briefcase and head off to work. If they're successful, they buckle up in a fancy car and head off to the office. How about an athlete? They wake up in the morning, have a good breakfast, maybe shower, throw on their shoes and shorts and a bag, and they're good to go. They grab their pre-made lunch or food snacks, protein drinks and gym pass, and they're set. They head off to their office, which usually consists of a gym or a field. See the difference here? The business person puts their hygiene first, what they're wearing and what they're driving. All this goes before how their body performs. Just as the business person makes sure their hair's done, their clothes match, and they're clean shaven, this takes priority in their lives because this is who they are. Most importantly, at some point, this is who they believed they were before this happened. What I'm getting at here is what we want in life, what our goals are, what our beliefs are, and maybe even values. If you want to be a business person, that's how you act. The same as an athlete in a different field. If you want to be an athlete, this is how you act and prepare for every day. You have to be that. You have to live that. If you want to lose weight or tone up, that must take priority in your life. You have to believe you're the athlete. You're the fitness model. Whatever it is you want, you have to be it and live it every day you wake up. But most importantly, you have to believe. Do you think a successful businessman or woman makes one deal and they go back to being whoever they were before the deal? Do you think this happens overnight? Do athletes wake up and learn their sport that morning? This takes time, effort, and belief. If you want to lose weight, you have to believe you can lose weight. You have to be all in with 2 feet. It doesn't work any other way. You can't lose 6 pounds and think the hard work is over. You can't try 1 or 2 things and decide this isn't for you. Not if you want to be successful. This takes real commitment. Anything you want in this life requires a real desire, unless it's given to you, where we realize quickly, anything worth having is worth working for. Decide what you want in life. Make a clear decision and go after it without looking back, without wavering, without guessing. Take that role of the health guru. Be the best parent you can be day in and day out. If you want to gain muscle mass, gain muscle mass. Find a path of success and follow it. If you want to lose weight and start living a healthier lifestyle, engulf yourself in healthy people, healthy reading, classes, and websites. Whatever you can find. Live it. Be that. And let nothing get in your way. Believe, sacrifice, dedicate, and you'll have whatever you want in this life. Too many of us hope and pray and wish. It's time we start acting. It's time we start going after what we really want. Stop sitting on the sidelines watching life go by, watching your hopes and dreams be taken by everyone else but you. You can have it, I promise, but you're going to have to do something about it today, because someday never comes.
Exploring mind and body with Trueform's Drew Tadia would not be possible without the help from the following sponsors: Lens Chiropractic, AG Foods in Didsbury, CLC Fitness Center, Health Street in the Cornerstone Shopping Center Olds, and Shoppers Drug Mart, working together to help build a healthier tomorrow. For more information on Trueform Life, Drew Tadia, or how to become a sponsor of Exploring Mind and Body, visit TrueformLife.com.
I have a ton of greens now that it's summertime and I share a garden. I'm always looking for ways to use the greens. I've been throwing them in smoothies, dehydrating them, giving them away, steaming, soup, so many ways you can use these seemingly endless garden food. This meal I'm going to share with you is completely different and maybe even off the wall. I had kale, spinach, Swiss chard, and some other leafy green stuff that tastes like celery, along with some onions from the garden. I chopped them all up and threw them in a bowl. Then I had some fresh blueberries sitting in the sink that were just washed. I thought, why not? I looked in the pantry and found some goji berries. Same thing crossed my mind. On top of that, I added basil, chopped garlic, sea salt, pepper, red wine vinegar, and a drop of olive oil. Then finished off with some sprinkled hemp seeds on the top. 10 minutes later, I had a beautiful fresh salad, which was just what I was looking for. Try coming up with your own creation. You might even surprise yourself. It's hard to explain to the fast food person or the takeout or dining person the benefits this food has on our entire being. You can't buy this food in a restaurant, at least not where I live or where I've been. In fact, wouldn't it be a great idea for a restaurant, which I'm sure there is somewhere, they have all the food there for you, you cook it yourself, the way you want to eat it. Then again, I don't know why a person would go out and do that. Why not do that in the comfort of your own home? Another quick and easy recipe I'd like to share with you, in case you're one of the people that has trouble using all their greens, is steamed Swiss chard. I haven't always been a Swiss chard fan. It's very gardeny, for lack of a better word. I don't like to waste, so I have to figure out a way to use everything. Steamed Swiss chard is what came to mind. All I did was wash it and dry it and put it off to the side for a few minutes. Then I grabbed some coconut oil and put a little in the bottom of a pan. I diced some garlic, threw that in the pan with the coconut oil. I gave the garlic about 5 minutes to simmer so it could mix with the coconut flavor. Then I added the Swiss chard. I put a top over the pan and let the Swiss chard steam itself full of garlic coconut flavor. I took it out crunchy, and what I had was a delicious coconut garlic flavored Swiss chard side meal and a perfect way to get some use out of this homegrown garden food. I always feel better after a healthy meal. Everything about me is stronger. My mind most certainly reaps the benefits. After cooking a delicious meal, I feel a small sense of accomplishment because I know how much my body appreciates all the nutrients I just put in it. I also enjoy cooking. I almost feel in a meditative state. Then, of course, there's the creation and artwork involved with making something from nothing. Our bodies perform at our absolute peak when they're energized with good foods. I wouldn't try to convert someone that has no desire to eat healthier, but I do encourage. Those who enjoy the drive-thru or low-nutrient food need something in their life to shock them into better living. It might be a checkup and a look from a concerned doctor. It might be a death in the family, or it could be someone tired of feeling horrible all the time, which in some places is sad that we need a tragedy to change our ways. But if it's a positive learning experience, then it's positive nonetheless. Once a person actually realizes and actually feels how much better your mind and body functions after consuming real foods, I couldn't see someone going back. The biggest complaint I get when I talk about cooking for yourself is I have no time, which basically means I'm not interested in making time for my health. The meals listed above literally took 10 minutes to make, maybe another 20 to cook, and that's it. Preparing the food consisted of reaching in the fridge, washing the food, cutting the food, and throwing it in a pan. That's it. If this seems like a lot of work to you, find a few ingredients of veggies you like and chop them up. That's all there is to it. Throw them in a pan and you're good to go. I recommend quinoa as a base because of all the health benefits, but if you have another idea for a base like brown rice, try that. The hardest part is starting. Every journey starts with a single step. The only question is, will you take the first step in the journey towards your health?
True Form Life.
In this segment, we're talking about guilt-free cheating. There's all kinds of phrases that can go along with what I'm going to talk about. Go hard or go home, work hard, play harder, jump in with 2 feet. One of my favorites, live free. Not that long ago, I indulged in a giant double patty burger on white bread, no less, with onions, mustard, and ketchup. I'd say my mouth is watering as I speak, but that isn't the case. Although this is a lot of people's favorite meals, or favorite cheat meal, or maybe something they find delicious. But I don't. I feel this topic was important because I feel many people think I don't cheat, so to speak. Many people think when you start to eat healthy and you really want results you're after, there's no turning back. You'll no longer be able to really live or enjoy life. Unfortunately for some, I believe the exact opposite.